Hi, Liana, how are you?
Hello.
Okay, we'll get started, okay? Because today we have Benjamin moving into ASU, okay? And Sherry travel from Taiwan back to US. She will attend the National Child University in Hsinchu, okay? So both of them are actually traveling. So we'll get started, okay? Okay, now today we are going to move to chapter 11, data collections. Okay, so let me review a little bit so far. We actually just started with a brief Python and then go to the several packages. And then so far we cover the data type of string. We talk about string. We talk about tuple. We talk about list. Okay, so today we are going to focus more on dictionary. We also talk about class. Okay, in the middle, we also talk about class when we talk about equations. Okay, so today we are going to talk about dictionary and then working with file for dictionary. So what we will do right now is, okay, so we are on data science. So far, we talk about functions, drawing diagrams, chart, pie chart, these different chart. We already bar chart. We talk about different chart in Python. Now we go back to data. Okay, now we go back to data. So data, there are two types. One type is numerical, is data, is number, is mathematical function. The other one is text. So today we more focus on text again and using the example in text to look into dictionary. Okay, that's what we want to do today. Okay, anyway, let's get started. As what we would do, we would revisit the dictionary and then look into more example. So here we go into the chapter 11. This is chapter 11 in the Programming Essential course, okay, the Java course by John Lera's textbook. And then this one, it do go over the array and list, okay, and different topic. So remember that we also cover the NumPy's array, okay. NumPy's array is not standard Python array, but we go over the list and we also go over the NumPy array, and NumPy array can also be used for metric. So these are for numerical process. We talked about it already. So today we are not going to talk about this and array, even though you may work on the homework, but it's okay. This part for the list and so there is a statistic function you need to work on. Okay, that's actually using array or list. You should be able to solve it. Okay, so this one I don't want to spend time on it. Okay, so this list of array we talked about it already, so we will skip it. Today we are going to primarily working on the dictionary. We'll start from dictionary. So here let's get started from list of records. Okay. So for data science, now we turn to the records. Okay. So record in the C language is called structure. Okay. In Java, it's called Java only has class. And Pascal language, Pascal called record. Okay. In Python you can use a class. You can also use something called dictionary. Okay, so you will also work on dictionary. So what really is record? What it really is a dictionary? So record is, let's assume you have a student. So a student may have name, may have age, may have GPA. So these are three data fields. And name is actually a string. Age actually is an integer. GPA actually is a floating point number. Okay, so these are actually a record. A record is a collection of data that actually used for student. Okay, student may have the three data and then we collect that together to put it into a record. So we call it record. So you can use a dictionary to create a record. You can also use a class to create a record. Okay, let's do it now to see what is the difference. So first, let's look at using let's use the first one. Let's use let's call it record one, the P1. So record one .py is that record is a concept, right? Record is a concept. It's actually a collection of data. It is a concept, and in record one, we would like to use a dictionary to create a record. Okay. Okay. Anyway, so let's look at it. So you have a student. So the student may have. Let's assume that you may have a. Let's assume that you have student one. So this student one may have the name, and the name is, let's assume it's equal Arial, comma. Okay, so basically it's a property value, property value, property colon value, comma. Okay, so this is one data field. So you can have, let's say age 17. And then here, let's call GPA 3.4. Okay. So you write like this one, okay, so far, and then let's do read student. Okay, so you print out in the dictionary format like this. Okay, so this one we call it a record. We present it by a dictionary format. Okay, so this one is a dictionary, and it is used to represent a record. A record is a collection of data. It's a student one. This student one has a name of Arial, age of 17, GPA of 3.4, right? So you print out it, you will print out this. So this one, I'm sorry. So this one, if you do print students ones, put in its age, then you print the age data field, then you get the value of the age. This one is to get the value of the age, okay? So you get the value of student one's age property, and that is actually 17. Okay, so let's just save it and run it. Okay, so you actually create 17. So this one is we actually represent the data and then put it into a record, and then we actually print the data right here. So this is the first way to create a dictionary. Okay, so basically this one is you to create a dictionary by putting down property colon value comma property colon value comma property colon value, and the last one you don't do it. You curly brace in before, curly brace after. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the first way you can do create a dictionary. How about Belinda? Are you okay so far?
Yeah.
Let's look at second way to create a dictionary. Okay, this first one is create like this. Second one is that let's create student, the second student, let's create student two. So this is student two, actually, you create it by a dictionary. So this one you create an empty dictionary. Okay, at this moment, let's print it out. You use a dictionary function, putting nothing in there, and you actually print out this dictionary to student two. You got a empty list. So the empty dictionary is curly brace, curly brace. No property, no value. Okay, so it's curly brace with right curly brace. So your dictionary is totally empty. Okay, totally empty, that's fine. Okay, that's we want to create object, but that's create dictionary, that's fine. So you cut this one and then you do student who's then was Brian. Okay, and student who's age. So basically you can add a lot of property and value by array format. Array format means that you have student and then data field and then value, student, data field, and value, okay, by something like this. So you do this and then you print your student two again. And then you got a similar format like your student one. Do either way is okay. You get the same dictionary format. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the second way we create a student. First way we actually put in this one actually what's that? Put in the property and value property, then paragraph like this. Second one, you create a dictionary first. Okay, and then put in the data. Third way you do student three equals empty dictionary. Okay, and then you do student two plus three that name equals 0. Student three dot age equals 17, 16, whatever. Student three dot GPA equals 3.8. You use the object dot domain field format. Okay, so first one you can list down by the data. Second one you use array format. Third one you use this one called object dot domain field data. And you print your student three. And you run it. Oh, it allocated this one. There's no attribute called name. Okay, I'm sorry. There's no attribute called name. That's actually this one. You don't have the name, so you can do this. You can do create a domain. Okay, AGE. Okay. You create a empty data first. So they don't have that data field. So let me add the data field in first. And then I use a domain field to access it. Okay. So this one, pretty much you create similar to the first way, and then you put the data in by the domain name. Is that okay?
Yeah.
This one still not okay. The dictionary do not have attribute of name. Okay. Anyway, this one probably this one work for JavaScript, doesn't work for Python. Okay, it's okay. This one is at the community down. Okay. So this one smart it doesn't work. Okay. Not work for Python. But okay for JavaScript. We'll talk about JavaScript later. Okay. We'll talk about JavaScript. That's why we show you it here, even though it's not a valid method. Okay, anyway, this one is pretty cool right here to here. Okay. Next one, let's actually try another one. Okay. Here I would like to use a function. Let's define a function called create student. Okay, and then you do start keyword arguments. Okay, you do keywords argument and then you return keyword argument. What does this really means? Okay, this is a simple function. What does this mean? Let me show you a example. So that's to student 4 equal to create student. And when you create student right here, you do put a name equals Daniel. You put your age equals 17. You put your GPA equals 3.7. And then that's bring your student 4. So you may wonder what are the use of this one. We'll show you here. This is the use of it. It actually will group your property and value, property and value, property and value as a parameter into a dictionary. That's the purpose for it. And this dictionary being assigned back to student 4. So student 4, you print it again, is a new dictionary for it. So this is the fourth way to create dictionary using a function. Using keyword arguments. This KW argument means a keyword arguments. Keyword argument means that you have a keyword name, value of Daniel, keyword age, value of 17, keyword GPA, value of 3.7, and they will group together to a dictionary. So this is a key KWARTS actually is a dictionary. You directly return a dictionary for it. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so here this number one, we go over the different way of creating a dictionary. It said that number 3 doesn't work for Python. Later we'll show you in JavaScript. Okay, in JavaScript we'll show you. And then these okay, these are okay. Now number 5, we would like to talk about pp print. So you do import the pp print. Okay, p print means pretty print. So print it more beautifully. So you do p print your student 4. So that will print your student 4 in a prettier way. So what is a prettier way? Let's look at it. That's it sorted by the data field. A, then G, then A, N. Is that okay? The data field being sorted. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, these are creation of the dictionaries. So far, so good up to here, okay? We'll talk up to here. So now, first thing is the creation of dictionary. Now we are going to talk about use of dictionary. Okay, so let's call it maps. Okay, now next one we talk about maps. Okay, now let's actually get a file. This file let's actually get a file called it JFK rocket to the moon speech EST. Okay, let's actually look into JFK's speech at Rice University in 1961. Okay, that actually we won that. Okay, so this one JFK. Okay, so no, this one doesn't have a TST file. Let's actually change it to TST. I don't want a TST file. Here, Rice University. This one might have it. So this is JFK's. Let's agree. Okay, so I'm going to copy it. Okay, so from JFK, keep going until up to here. This thank you. Okay, note. We don't need a note. Let's copy. But anyway, let's copy these things. So this one is actually put it over here. Let's call it JFK.txt. Okay, JFK.txt. Let's change the name. JFK is very strange. Let's call it Moon. Okay. No. Let's call it rocket. It's a rocket to the moon. Okay. So in 1961, JFK said that within 10 years, we are going to send the astronauts to moon. Okay, so this final note I deleted. Okay, so here we do have tons of the words and letters. So now, while we want to process this file, now we are going to talk about data processing. So this is a file. So we would like to know how many A being used, how many AN being used, how many THE being used, how many no being used, how many men being used, how many can be used. Okay, all of these words and the frequency. Is that okay?
Yeah.
That's what we want to do. So we need to have this map. So now let's do JFK file equals open what the rocket. The text you open for reading, okay? And then at the end, you will close this, so your JFK that close, you close your JFK, okay, that's open and close. Now you have a file and then you want to read in line by line. And then copy each word, how many times they have been used. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do line equals JFK that group line. So we read one line and then while line have ready, we do the following. At the end, you will read another line. Okay, before we do anything else, let's process it first. So let's print. If there's a line, you print a line and then end with empty string. No change line mark. Okay, so that's up to here. So you open the file, read in line by line, and then print out line by line. That's it. So let's run this one. Okay, you print out line by line. So far, okay. So you read in the whole file and read in print it line by line. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you read in line by line. This one, what you would do is you would do line. Okay, you would do processing. Okay, so you do a line equals line the strip. So this line the strip would do what? You have A, B, C, space, D, N, change line. Here you have space. That's actually this is the line string you have. So your strip will strip out of the leading and trailing non-letters. You get rid of this and you keep only this part. Is that okay? It's called strip. Strip is strip your right side and left side. In Java, it's called trim. But here it's called strip. So you strip right side and left side. So actually this one strip out the white space letters. Okay, if you don't know it, let's print the line again. Let's print the line again. You get the same data, but the data is being stripped. Okay. So you let you print out again. Now, next one, because we only process lowercase, so we'll convert everything to lower. Okay, so we'll convert it to lowercase. Now, everything should be lowercase only. So we don't take the uppercase letters, we only convert it to lower. Let's look at the new result, okay? No, let's actually save. And then let's run it one more time. So everything is lowercase now, okay? No, okay, that's fine, okay? We have the lowercase, that's fine. This one, we had a line, we are going to strip, we will actually do split. Okay, so this one we are going to do, okay, number one, we will do split. Number two, we will remove all of the punctuation mark. Okay, we will keep only the numbers and the digits. Okay, so this line need to be processed. So let's do line 2 equals empty string. Okay, so for each character in line, okay, if actually character that is alpha, okay, is alpha means it's a later, or character that is digit. Okay, if you are number or if you are, then your this one line 2 will plus equals the character. So the character will be added back to the line 2. Else, the line 2 will plus equal a space later. So that means you replace all of the punctuation mark, period, exclamation mark, everything to a period. Now, next one, your line equals line 2. and then you put your line. So line would be the line after your process. You get rid of all of the punctuation mark. You keep the numbers and everything else. Okay, let's look at it now. The data now. Now there's no punctuation mark, no period, only the numbers and these. Okay, so we only keep that. So this is okay. Now we have we process the data. So here, first one, we actually strip out the space from the beginning and the end, and we change it to lowercase. Now we check if the letter is alpha, numerical letters, or digital. Okay, then we do this. This one you convert to line is okay. If you don't do it, it's also okay. Let's delete these two. Okay, we just want to print it. Now next one, you will do your tokens equal to line 2 dot split. You split with space. So you split the line into several tokens. Then you do, okay, this one you will create a dictionary. So this one dictionary, let's call it maps equals dictionary. So this one is a empty dictionary. Okay, let me do this. Let me do this. Okay, let's do this. Let's create a dictionary by empty brackets. Okay, this is another way you can create it, but this one is maps is a empty dictionary. Okay, so now you would do you will actually you complete everyone into a token. So you do this for each token in tokens. Okay, and these tokens will be equals token but strip. So you will do strip because they may be more than two spaces before. Okay, so some of the token would be empty. Okay, so now if the token not equals empty string, that means you do have some word in there. You do have some word in there that you would like to see if the word is in the dictionary or not. Okay, so okay. Python check dictionary as key. So Python with check dictionary have a key, as you see, actually is called in operator. Okay, it's using in operator. So let's see. So if T in the maps, okay. So if T not in the maps, okay, if it's not in the maps, you will put it in the maps. So you will say maps T equals 0. Equal 0 means that you never use it before. You never have the entry before. So that's assume that you have A, B, C in your token. So A, your maps right now is empty. So A had no data before, never show up before. So you say A with 0 right here. Okay, A show up 0 time. So A show up 0 time, and then after that, you would do maps T increase. Okay, what does this mean? This means that let's assume that you have A, B, A, C, D. So when your A come in, if A have no data, then you will increase the A to 1. So it doesn't, is no data there, but you increase to 1. If you B there, B no data before, so B will be 0, and then B will increase to 1. Then the second B come in is already in the map, so you directly increase by 1, so B will increase to 2. A already in there, so A will increase to 2. This one already increased to. C not in there, so C will set to 0, then increase to 1. D not there, D was actually set to 0 and then increase to 1. So this one will keep track of, this two would keep track of how many A, B, C, D in there. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now let's actually do import the PD print. Okay, PD print. So the AN, let's do print that PD print of the maps. Okay, that's good. Let's just save. That's wrong. So we get 0, 0, 0, 4 times, 1, 3 times, 1, 0, 2 times. Okay, these are numbers. Okay. And then words about A, whatever. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Is that okay so far? So you have the every latest occurrence, how many times it show up so far? Any questions so far?
No.
So if you don't like the numbers, say you don't like the numbers, then you can get rid of the digit. So let's do this. Okay. So if you don't like the number, you just want the letters. You don't want the numbers. So let's do it this way. One more time. Haven't done yet. Okay, let's see. So for A40, so there is no number anymore. Okay, everything is just letters. Now, so sometimes you want to have, okay, this one so far, we actually read a whole article and analyzing each word show up how many times. Okay, that's the purpose of it. Now, for some time, you may want to sort it. This map, you may want to sort it, sort the numbers. So you have the A maybe 10 times, B maybe 3 times, C maybe 2 times, but you want it to be in the order of what? Occurrence. So more times will show up first. Is that okay?
Yeah.
That's the sooner you want to do that. Let's do that. Let's do it this way. So the first one you would do is actually you create. You have a maps that items. So maps item will create what your property, comma value tuples as a list of tuples. Okay, so here that's actually this one you create a list, convert this one to a list. So this one is assigned to, let's call it word list. So this one equals word list. Let's print out a word list. So print out of the word list. So word list is a list of tuples, and each tuple have the 2 items, the word and the occurrence, how many times they show up. Okay. So here, this one, no, this one is, let's see. No, we are not done yet. Let's see. There are too many words. We want to see the tuple. We haven't seen the tuple yet. It's still not done yet. Let's see. So many words. BW. Okay, so here, these are the tuples that we created. It's a list of tuples. So I should not print out this dictionary. Okay, print out. Delete the print. So this one is this 2, 1, okay, whatever. Okay, so this one is your word frequency, word frequency as tuples. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now let me actually cancel this print now for the maps that is too long. Okay, so we have the word list. Now this word list, I want to sort it. Okay, I want to sort it. So I'm going to do sorting. So this word list is sorted of the word list. Now you want to sort it, and then your sorting is based on what? You based on your frequency to sort it. But each one of them is a tuple. So this tuple has two values, right? Two values, your word and your frequency, right? So when you want to sort it, you will use a key. This key will be a lambda expression. This lambda expression will get a T. T is your lambda. Okay, lambda. This lambda have the tuple. Each tuple you compare based on the tuple, and this tuple based on the tuple's second value. So you will use a T1. Okay, and you want to come from the bigger value. So revert will set to be true. That means it will be descending order. So you got each tuple, you will use the T1 to compare. T1 is the tuple. So this is this lambda is each tuple's value. You will use that as a key. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
So you put your list over here, sorted by the tuples one's value, and then you do it here. Okay, so let's actually do this one. Let's actually print out the word list just after the sorting. So after sorting, it should be sorted based on the frequency. So here the has 118 times, and then A, and then off, right? It actually well done. Okay. So this is sorted, but before we sort it by the frequency, we may sort it by the alphabetical numerical order first. So this one would be like this. Let's assume that you have a few of the three. Let's assume this is the A, B, C. They are all three. So A will go first because you sort it by alphabetical numerical order. This one will go first. So then you have three. This one will go first. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Who sorting, the one that actually sort first will be in the smaller category. Everybody equals 3, then your A will go first because you sold that first item first. So this is a technique. Okay, this one is a technique. So here I'm going to do pp print. Okay, for the word list. endless roaming. So we got this, you see, it's more pretty now. It's okay. Is it by pretty print? Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's down sorting by the numbers of frequency, which will go more. But even in the same category, you go by the alphanumerical order. Is that okay so far? So that's essentially two. Okay, in the two category, it will go by the alphanumerical orders. Oh, it actually no, it's not. It actually the English actually is from Z to A. No, it's wrong. We want to have A to G. So this one should not be reverse order. Should be the regular order. Regular order is A B C D E. This reverse order should be G Y S W. Okay, so that's not what we want. Okay, you need to set it to be force for the reverse order. Let's run one more time. Okay, I just figure out. Let's see. We are almost done, okay? Almost done with this. We are almost done. This is still the last times. Okay, now it's actually go back to the alphanumerical order. Okay, so SEM24, you have the S W. Okay, S before W. Okay, that's correct. SEM15, you have ALLARE. Okay, so HAVE. Okay, it's actually in the ascending order. Is that okay? For A, B, C, D is ascending order. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One does the same. Okay, one does the same. Right now you have this is actually in tuple format, right? So you have a property value tuple. Now you want to convert it back to dictionary. So you will convert it words. This word is dictionary. In your word list after sorting. Okay, so you convert your list of the dictionary back to a word list. Okay, that actually then let's don't print the word list now. Let's print the words now. Okay. These are previous rounds two. Okay, one. Let's finish it. I may have chosen a very low value. Okay, this one back to the dictionary now. See, it actually is unsorted. Let me see, something's wrong, okay? Something's wrong. Okay, I'm sorry. It go back to the dictionary. So the dictionary is unsorted, okay? But it's okay. Remember this one's unsorted. So you want to do this or not, it's up to you, okay? So this one, let me comment it up. The word you can put back to dictionary, but dictionary is unsorted. So let's keep the last version of the sorted format with the tuples. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
So this one show you read from a file, process the data, put it into the map, and the map using the dictionary to tally each word show up how many times. Okay. So I'm going to send you this 3 file, record one and maps and lock it to you. You take a look on it. Okay. So that's what we are going to do today. Basically, we are discussing what is the use of the maps. Okay, what is the use of the maps? And maps is the name of the dictionary in Java. So Java also have map. It's called map, okay? And here in Python, we call dictionary. So this one, we actually, this one we show you how to process a big file to calculate the words, okay? It's a string processing. Now let's actually try another one. So next one, we are going to try reading the data from a CVS file and then create a tuple using dictionary. Okay, using dictionary. Let's try it, okay? So now let's actually create a dictionary. Let's create a Excel file. So Excel file, usually we call it data set. Okay, we usually call it data set. Now, before we create that Excel file, let me show you a website. This website called data.gov. So data.gov is actually government's database. All the data set are here. Okay. So Belinda, why sometimes we may need to have a data from data.gov? Do you know?
Like the data for the country?
Yeah. So you have this many data sets. So let's assume that you want to know about McDonald's store sales. It may have, may not have. There are several hundreds. There is an ABS store, inventory and sale item. There are many things. Okay, that's some of them non-related. Let's actually try again. So how about COVID-19 infection number? So here you do have a combination outcome of vaccination, historical data, okay? So if you are interested, you can download a CSV. Here you have a CSV, comma, separated value file. You have JSON file, you have this. So today later we'll talk about JSON file. Now we focus on CSV, okay? We'll focus on CSV. So let's assume that we actually download this CSV. So after download, let's actually open it. So this data.gov is one of the largest data set site you can find. So a lot of research is there. So you see here you do have this Excel file. And you can use based on this Excel file to do study. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, if you have the summer camp, you need to do some sort of health related study. This is your data science study already. You can base on this data to do it. Okay, they are age group, they are vaccination data, they are something. So you do some study showing that the trend for the age and the vaccination result. How many people actually got vaccination? How many are dead? How many survive? You know, those kind of things. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
So here you will do have a CSV file, but this one is a little bit too complicated. We are not going to do this today, okay? I just show you where to download the data set. Okay, data.gov. There's another one that's called UC Irvine Machine learning repository. This one is the largest one in university. It's put at UC Irvine. Okay, so this one is UC Irvine Machinery Repository. So these are usually when you do research, if you do data science research. Okay, I know maybe most of you are interested to go to like health related or medical field in the future. Okay, but even though you go to there, you still need to use Python to process your data. Okay, you still need that like this one EGG data set, right? What is EGG, you know? EGG is the electrical, the heart rate measurement. Is that okay?
Yeah.
EEG or whatever, okay, whatever it is. And actually, there are tons of okay, here you also have the heart disease data set, okay? So you go and figure out, okay? I just show you, here are something you can do studies. My son do work on some of the study data set here to do research, okay? So based on this, you already can do some research. Anyway, I just show you when research needed, where you can get the data, but that's not what we want to do today. The data set is too big. Okay, the data set is too big. We don't want to do it. Okay, so now let's actually create a new Excel file. And this Excel file, let's give it as, let's call it students. To be consistent with our data, okay, our program record. So you do have a students, and then you create a Excel file for data set. You will build some data. So first one, you have the name. That's all used in lowercase, okay? And then you have age, and then you have GPA, okay? These are the data field we want to have, right? So student, let's still put the Arial. And then age 17, GPA 3.4. And then let's put 5 people. So Ariel, Brian, Carol, Daniel, Eva, okay. So these are my ABCDE, okay. Usually I use the name of ABCDE like this, okay. That's my example. So 15, 16, 18, 14, okay. GPA, let me assign some arbitrary value. I just want to show you the as an example, okay? So GPA is 3.7, 3.1, 2.8, 3.9. Okay, let's assume that we actually create some data record like this. Now we are going to read this CSV file into our text file and then create a dictionary for it. Okay, so let's save, and then let's save as this one. Let's change to CSV file and then save. Okay, we got it. So we actually put it into the CSV file right here. Now we want to do a Python program to process it. Let's go back here. Okay, so this one I'm going to call it students.py. Okay, student.py. Let's create student.py. So here let's do students.py. Okay, we open this file. We need to open the student file. So let's do st file equals this one students.csv, comma, separate the value file. Okay, open it for reading, and then at the end, your st will be closed. Okay, these are something you open and close. Now you will read in as the header line. So your header line would be st.reader line, that you will actually strip out the lead-in and trailing spaces Okay, so your headers will be equal to your header line that's split with comma, because right now your comma separate verifier. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so your header is like that, and then you will have, let's see, you would have, let's call it end tag. So end tag is your name tag. Okay, you see what is called name tag. Name tag would be your headers 0, and then your H tag is your headers 1. Your GPA tag is equal your headers 2. Okay, and this even number you will also do strict to make sure it doesn't have extra letters. It's okay, then you print out your N tag, your A tag. So you print this as 3 tag out, see what they are. This is a read from file. So these different tags are the name, the name, the age, and the GPA. See. Still not done yet. This previous one. Okay, so you print out these 3 things. Okay, let's read from student. So actually, you read from the file for the first line, and you actually get this name, age, and GPA. Okay, that's your tag. Now you are going to work on. You got those different tags. So you are going to read a line. This line is equal to this one called. You read it from your ST. So ST the read line again. So while you still have the line. Okay, you will read the line, so your line will be equal to ST the read line. Okay, so you read several lines, so you read line by line. Okay, so now you do get a line. So this line you do line equals line that's true. Okay, you strip everything, and then your tokens equals to the line that's split by the comma. Okay, and then you do your pocket. Okay, you would have your name equals your tokens 0 that's 3. Okay, your age equals tokens 1 that's 3. But you convert it to integer, so you should convert it to integer. Okay, and your GPA will be equal to 14 point of your tokens 2 that's 3. So you read in a line of data from the CSV file, one line, and then split it into 3 data fields, and each data field converted to name, age, or GPA. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Now you want to create a dictionary, and that actually is a list of the dictionary. Okay, so you create students. This student is actually a list. Okay. So now you will create a actually here you will do a STX, a student X, okay. Student X will be a dictionary, okay. And then this dictionary STX, this one is put it as what is actually called name tag. Should be called name. STX age tag should course age. STX G tag should be equal to GPA. So far, okay. So you create a dictionary, put in your name, age, and GPA into that dictionary. And this dictionary will be added to your student that's actually a list. So you append that to with your STX. STX is a student. So you append that to students. Now, when you finish, you do 3D print. Of your students. And you do not have a 3D print, so that's import. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Oh, misspell. This is split. Split misspell. This is SPLIT. Is that okay? So these are your text, and we use the tag value to create your so-called dictionary, and then create those dictionary, put into a list of students, and then later in the plot your chart of whatever you want to do, every score, whatever statistic score you want to have. But this one just show you when you got a data set from outside, it actually is Excel file, how you read that data as a CSV file into your Python program, and then get the data field right. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
So today, the first thing that we teach is to read the data from a text file, process it. Second one, we teach you to read it from a CSV file and then process it. Okay, but we do not have the chart. We do not work on the chart. Okay, the charting we actually already told you what to do before. Okay, so the third one that we want to teach you will be the what we will teach you the so-called JSON. So JSON file related to JSON, related to web design, related to data science as well. Okay. So let me explain it why this JSON file and JavaScript is important. And then Python is also important. Okay, let's actually try to understand it. So basically, let's use this one here. Okay, let me use empty spaces. I don't want to use whiteboard. Whiteboard is not pretty. Okay, let me use this one. So use this blackboard as well. So let's see. You do work on Python so far. So Python teach you how to do charting, how to actually refile from CSV, how to actually refile from maybe later from JSON. Okay. This later, and maybe how to read file from SQL later. SQL file, database file, okay, whatever. And then you can plot your chart, plot your pie chart, plot variable chart you have, right? These are the skill you learn. These are Python part. So the Python part sometimes also called backend. Okay, sometimes this is not enough. You also may want to learn something called Flask. Use the Flask, you can put it on your website. So you may build a website. And the website, you can get your data and show your chart on it. This one called Flask. So this one, we call it server side. And then you may also have a client side. Client side is your notebook. And your notebook download the data from the server and get it back and show up in your computer. And this show up on the computer using JavaScript and HTML. Okay, so in the summer, we kind of teaching you this part here. We do not teach you Flask yet, but we teach you this part. And then in the fall, we teach you this part. So that's what we teach you, client and server programming. Is that okay so far? And we teach you very lightly, very simple, but primarily for this purpose. What we teach you is a complete idea of how a website being constructed using Python and also using JavaScript. Is that okay? So far, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah? Liana, is that okay so far?
Yeah.
How about Belinda, are you okay so far?
Yeah.
That's the purpose you want to learn it. And eventually you have anything that important you want to show, you want to show it as a chart to show people of the world your research in maybe medical field or some other field, what they are, okay? So you do need this kind of skills, Python and JavaScript. Now, let's go back to why we need JSON file. So first one is what is JSON? And second one is what is a JSON related to Python? Okay, this is a JSON, but let's talk about JSON later. First one, let's compare JSON and the Python dictionary data types. So there is a one-to-one mapping between Python data type and JSON data type. Okay. So as a summary, let me see, not here. Where it is, it disappear. No, this is not what we want. I want a chart only. Let me just copy this one for you. I don't want that many extra stuff. So let's just look at this one. Okay, this one you actually show you the Python string is also JSON string. Okay, Python's integer is JSON's integer. Python float is JSON's floating number. Python Boolean is JSON Boolean. Python's list is JSON's array. Python dictionary is JSON's object. So you call dictionary right here in JSON is called object. What is JSON? JSON is JavaScript object notation. So in a way, it's the way that JavaScript's data is okay. So in a way, you should consider that Python's data type is almost maybe 80% the same as your JavaScript data type. So your front-end website designer and back-end designer's data type is almost the same. Is that okay? Hello, is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you learn in Python will be useful in JSON as well. Okay. Let me try to give you a simple JSON lesson. No, don't use this one. Let's actually use this one. Okay, let me open a new tab. So here, let me type in about blank. About blank will start an empty site. So let me actually do inspect. So I bring out this inspect, I can bring out console. Okay, let me make this console bigger. So this one is JavaScript's interpreter. So just like the Python interpreter. Okay, so that's assume that you have A equals 3, B equals 4, and then you do console log A plus B. So this one is the same as your A equals 3, B equals 4, print A plus B in Python. Remember that? When you do what? You do your idle. Remember that? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Deanna, are you okay?
Yeah.
So we start to learn JavaScript. Actually, your knowledge about Python can be applied over here as well. Okay. Now you may have, let's assume that you have let's have a D equals, let's use empty. So D is a dictionary, is an object. This object is empty. Okay, so that's D's name equals Arial is age equals 17. Is GPA equals 3.2. So what? This actually let's do console log. Your D console log is like print. Okay. So you print your D is what? Your D is actually a object. This object, the same style as your dictionary, isn't it? We just tell you how to do this in Python, right? Earlier, right? So this is the same style. So this one we call it JSON format. Is that okay?
Yeah.
As for JSON format, how JavaScript use it, we'll teach you later. But what I'm trying to show you right here is JSON's object is Python's dictionary. It's the same. It's a data field value, data field value, data field value. Okay? Belinda, is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Now we are going to go to the JSON editor. If that is okay, let's go to JSON editor. So this JSON editor is the editor to create your object. Okay, so let's do this. Let's actually clean everything. Okay, so right here I'm creating a list. Okay, this list I would have multiple of the dictionary. So create dictionary number 1 and then comma, and then dictionary number 2 and then comma, and then dictionary number 3. Okay, so 3 dictionary in a list. Okay, list is array in JavaScript. Okay, so right here, this is the first dictionary that has a name. Okay, let's do Arial. And then comma, change line. Here, let's have the age 17. Okay, then next one, GPA 3.4. So this one is the first dictionary I have. Okay, then I may have a second dictionary that have the name. So JSON is the way you write your data. Okay, you prepare your data, prepare your array, prepare your dictionary in JavaScript. Okay. Okay, I create an array of 3 dictionary. And then this one, let me actually save to disk. This one, let me call it, this one, let's call it the student JSON. Okay, and then save. Okay, so this is a student JSON file. Student underline JSON.json file. So this one, I'll cut it, okay? I'm going to cut it and then put it to my directory. So this one I prepare from here and then copy into my local dictionary. Okay, so let me put it into here. Python data, and then chapter 11. Let me put it here. Okay, this one is the student JSON file. So let's actually open it and take a look. Okay. So this one is open with let's see, choose another program. Let's choose a Notepad Double Plus to open it. Okay. So the file we save from internet is like this. Okay, these are the file format. Okay, it's okay. Whatever is okay. Now let's actually go back to our Python. We got the file, so we do have this JSON file. It had a name, everything that is okay. I think they don't take a single quote. Let's use a double quote. Okay. It become red maybe because of the single quote double quote issue. Okay. I may make a mistake using the. So let's use a double quote. Okay. This probably is something you need to be careful in the first place. Okay. So let me change it to double quote. Okay. Single quote is okay for Python as a string, but maybe not for JavaScript. Okay, that's okay. So let me actually change it to the appropriate format. I just want to prepare the data to be right. Okay. So we got this data file. So you may download it from the data.gov. It may also be it's kind of a JSON file. Okay, anyway, let's save it. Now this time I'm going to read it as a student 2. Okay, let's do it. This one, let's call it student JS.py. Okay, it's a JSON format student file. So here we are going to actually this is students JS.py. There is no S. Okay. Okay, now first thing I want to do is I will import JSON package. Okay, you're going to process the JSON data and you would actually import JSON package. Okay, you import a JSON package and then you do file equals open. Open what? You still open this one called student underline JSON file. Open it for reading. So far the same. Is that okay so far? And then your app will be closed at the end. Then you actually read in the app and then you do FSTR is file string read from the file. We read in everything as a string. So F string is the whole file being read in as a string. After you read in as a string, then you have the D list equal to actually JSON and load FSTR. Then for D list do pp print your DD. So DD is a dictionary. D list is a dictionary list. Your whole data is a list of dictionary, right? So here you will also import pp print. So you import JSON to import pp print. So let's see what happens. What happened is what? These are what we read in from the JSON file. Is okay? Each one of them is a dictionary. You print out a dictionary. So the whole thing is a string of the dictionary. The whole thing is we read in from this JSON file is a array of dictionary of students. And then it's very fast. How fast it is? When you read it in, you just open the file, read it in as a whole string, and the whole string load it by the JSON format to a dictionary list. And in this dictionary, every time we get a dictionary and you put this, is okay?
Yeah.
So this one tell you when you have a JSON file, how you can read in a JSON file to a dictionary. Okay? And then what is JSON file? JSON file is this kind of data you can write it by yourself. So you key in by yourself. Or you can key in the Excel. You key in the Excel and you read in by Python. And then you write out as a JSON file. It's possible that you actually have an Excel file. Then you read into Python. And you Python prepare it and write out as a JSON file. Is that okay? Hello, is that okay so far?
Yeah.
So now let's actually try to create a JSON file. Okay, let's try to. So this one we do read in already, right? This one we do read in already. This one we do read in already. So we do have these different things, DD, okay. Let's try different things. So this DD, let me say, let's each DD's ID, okay. Let's create ID, okay. So here let's use a counter. So counter equals 1. Okay, so this one will be equal to your counter. And then your counter will increase. So what happened is that I do read in the students one by one. So this is one by one. And then I add another field called ID. And the ID I'll put in 1, 2, 3 to there. Okay, and then I will write out to my JSON file. Okay, I'll write out to my JSON file. So far you read in, okay, you do have a D list. Let me see. Let me see. No, this one, no. Maybe not. Okay. Let me check. Okay, let me check. So now, after we finish, let's don't do print here. Let's keep comment it down. So right here, let's do print, print, and then you print your D list. So after you add that ID in, let's see your D list. So your D list now has the ID data field. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So we added one data field. Now we want to write it out. Okay, so let's do f out equal to this. Let's do open. Okay, this one is student out.json. Okay, and you open this one for writing. Okay, at the end you will close this file. So f out will be closed. Now you go to each one entry of the DD. Okay, so you would do this. You would do, let's do for each DD, you do this. You print out your data. So you are going to actually convert your DD to string. Okay, you convert your DD to strings, but you want to create what? You want to create a string that come with the bracket, and then put your dictionary there, and then you put a comma, and then another dictionary, and then comma, and change line. Okay, so let's see. Let's actually let's do f out the string equal to left hand side bracket. Okay, at the very end, your f out string would as equals the right hand side bracket, and then change line of mark. Okay, inside here, your f out string plus equals your str of the dictionary plus comma and the change line. But your last one, you don't put the comma. Okay, last one, you don't put a comma. So let's see. Last one, you don't put a comma. So no. So let's do this. Let's change it a little bit. So let's do first equals true. Okay, so you would have A comma B comma C. So we will do A comma B comma C for it. Okay. So in this one, we will delete this comma. Okay. And then we will do here first. Okay, first we will do this. Okay. Let's don't put the comma there. Let's don't put the change line mark. Okay, let's don't put the change line mark. Let's don't do it. Okay, just do the DB part. Okay, and then your first will be false. Otherwise, your FR string will not equal. You put the comma before it plus str of your DB. Okay, and then after you did everything, let's print out your FR str. See how this output string is before we write it to a JSON file. Okay, before we write it to a JSON file, we do this save and run. So this output string file is comma dictionary comma. Okay, this is okay. So this is okay. Then we would do the following thing. We got a string. So we will do this. We will do. We will do f out that write your f out statement. Okay, let's save. Then we do student out JSON. Oh, there's no data. Let's see, this is student. This one. F out that write about string. Let me save. Let me run again. And then let me see right here, JSON out JSON. Oh, this one actually you use a single quote. That's not good. Okay. Okay, you can use the you actually use this one. That's not good. Okay. This one not good. Let me try to use a different way. This one probably not a good way to do it. Okay, I'll change it. Okay, I'll change it. Don't worry. This one I will not delete it, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to this JSON.sp. I'm going to copy this one and paste, put it to JSON2. Okay. So this is JSON2. Let's rename it. I'm going to use an easier way to do it. I'm not going to use the folder to do it anymore. So let me do it this way, okay? This is a folder. I'm going to delete this folder. I'm not going to do it anymore. Just delete it. So this f out string will be equal to JSON dot dump what? Dump the list. Just like this, nothing else. Just dump. Okay, just do dump. Let's just save it because the format that the JSON doesn't like it. So we just directly using JSON to dump. And then we directly print it out. And what will happen is this one is acceptable now. Is okay? So this is a JSON1 is you can create it by yourself, but you cannot just directly dump the dictionary. That's do str, that's actually not good. So a better way to do it is you directly do dump of list and you will write to the JSON file. Anyway, this JSON file is okay now, and then let's go to here. Let's actually do loading. Let's actually do directory open from disk. So open from disk, going to chapter 11. Read this student out the JSON file. So let's load this one. And then you have the ID there, and then let's do copy to it. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this one show you the process of using the JSON tool to process your data. Okay, so this is what we learned today. Today we learned how to process the data from CBS, how to process the data from JSON file, also pass the data from text file. Text file you read in, you have to follow a certain specific format to do split and then conversion of the data. This one similar. This one you do load and dump. Okay, load S and dump S. You will be able to load it by JSON file format and dump it by JSON format. Okay. That would be very fast. So that's what we do today. We do go through the data collection of dictionary for the chapter 11. And we do go into more advanced format. Okay, let's go through the slides quickly to finish up the chapter. But we do use this concept of dictionary to talk about student open file, appending data, sorting the data. We also show you how to sort the data. And then classes we teach you last time. Okay. So that's it for today. Okay. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, then we will finish up this Python program to the end of the month. And then starting from September, we will start the website design, okay? And the website design maybe Belinda is already taken it, so it's fine. You're optional. If you want to listen to it one more time, you are welcome, but I think you probably don't need it. So probably we only have Liana, okay, and then maybe just Liana. The other people, maybe, I don't know. If they want to join, they will join. So if you know someone who may want to do APCSP, they are welcome to join as well. Even though they don't have Python, it's okay. We can take them, okay. But what happens is that maybe next year summer they need to take Python again, because that would be same situation like what Sherry and Belinda is, right? Belinda. So we welcome, but you can talk to your friend. They are interested in the web design. So in the fall, we'll teach you website design for HTML, JavaScript, and we'll teach you the code.org website design project. And in spring, we'll focus on APCSP event review. Okay, so this will be topic-wise. So here, preparing for the programming, and then we move on to the final project. So in the spring, we will also help you on the preparing the final project. Okay, so Belinda goes through last year's process, so she know. Okay. Okay, then about 2 more weeks, we'll finish up this Python. Okay, any questions so far?
No.
And this Python's main purpose is to prepare you for the summer research, right? As you can see, we teach you how to plot functions, how to use a mathematical package, how to load the data from a file, how to write data to files, okay? The whole purpose is to help you to be ready for summer research. Then in the fall, when you go to high school, starting from November, you can start apply for summer camp, maybe Cosmos, maybe somewhere else for the research, okay? Liana is same thing, okay?
Okay.
If you need help in applying for summer camp, let me know. Usually it starts from November. And then some early program may already take admission before November, such as Navy's research program. It's very early. You need to submit in fall. Right now, you need to get started for the naval research. If you are interested in naval research, there's a research program for Navy. You got to get started now. It's called Naval High School Research. It's free, okay? This one is free and very good program. Yep, something like that. You actually look at it. This one called SIP, Science and Engineering Apprentice School. So marine science, I think, okay, they will take it, okay? So if you want to apply, you need to read the material right here. This one is one of the top programs. If you get in, will you be able to get admitted to MIT? You had a chance, okay? I should say this is one of the best program in the nation. Is that okay?
Yeah.
But this one is the first one you can apply. It's actually it just happened right now, and then their deadline usually is very early. the earliest possible for the year. So you need to check their admission time. Okay, you don't actually fall behind. If you like in November, probably they are gone already. Then you lose your opportunity to do research here. Okay, so tell your mom, get ready. You need to apply for this one. Okay, apply for this one. There are many other ones that will talk to your moms to make sure you know it. You can apply next year. So next year, Liana, you are 10th grade or 11?
Next year I'm 11th.
11. Oh, so you need it already. And then same thing, Belinda, you are 10th grade, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Both of you may need to apply for summer camp, okay? So I'll
Okay.
actually talk to your mom, each one's moms, and make sure you get to the right right direction, okay? Okay, good night then. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.